Hello, and welcome to Sunbreeze English Podcast. Your daily breeze for learning English through simple conversations, useful words, and easy listening practice. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's learn English, one breeze at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sunbreeze English. My name is Joy.
And I'm Joe.
Today, we have something special. We are going to read a story and then talk about it. The story is called Sinclair Island. This is inspired by Verity of Colleen Hoover. This must be really exciting and intense.
Oh, this is very interesting. Can't wait for it.
Let's then start the story. It was a busy morning in New York City. Cars honked, people hurried along the sidewalks, and the smell of food, coffee, and exhaust filled the air. Bright billboards flashed everywhere. The city felt alive and loud. Rachel walked quickly, her small bag bouncing against her hip. In her hand, she carried a notebook filled with her own stories. She was a writer, but not a successful one. Her books barely sold, and money was always tight. Life felt heavy sometimes. She was on her way to a job interview when the screech of tires froze her in place. A car slammed into another. People screamed. Glass shattered. Someone was badly hurt. Rachel's stomach twisted. The scene burned itself into her mind. Shaking, she continued to the interview. To her surprise, it went well. A few days later, Rachel received an offer she could not refuse.
Vivian Sinclair, a famous writer, could no longer write. She had survived a terrible car accident that killed her two daughters, Chasten and Harper. Her brain had been injured. She could barely speak, barely move, and could not write.
Her husband, Joshua, needed someone to help finish Vivian's books. He offered the job to Rachel. She accepted immediately. She needed the money. She also hoped this job could change her life. After Vivian's tragic accident, Joshua and Vivian left the busy city where they once lived and worked. Wanting privacy and distance from the world, they moved to a private island. They own the island, and no other people live there. Only their family. It is far from the city, and the only way to reach it is by boat. Because of this distance, Rachel has to stay on the island while she works. The house is very large and has a separate apartment for guests. This is where Rachel stays. She has her own space, but she is close enough to work with Vivian every day. To Rachel, the house feels quiet. It feels heavy and lonely. Something feels wrong. Vivian stays upstairs in a wheelchair. She does not talk, she does not smile. She only watches Rachel and Joshua with her eyes. Rachel feels nervous when Vivian looks at her. Joshua is kind and polite. He speaks softly, but he looks very tired and sad. He lost his two daughters before. Now he lives only with his young son, Leo. Leo sometimes says strange things. Sometimes he acts older than his age. This makes Rachel uneasy. Days passed, and Rachel began searching Vivian's office for notes. She needed to understand Vivian's style, her voice, the rhythm of her words. She wanted to write as Vivian would write. One evening, while going through a stack of papers, Rachel found something hidden behind a cabinet. Her heart thumped. It was a manuscript, unpublished, private, not part of the book series. It looked personal, never meant to be seen by anyone else. Rachel's hands shook as she turned the pages. The manuscript was shocking. It spoke of Vivian's life, but not like a normal diary. It was dark, almost like a story about a villain pretending to be herself.
Vivian wrote about her love for Joshua, but also her jealousy. She described her anger at her daughters, how she sometimes wished they would vanish so she could have all of her husband's attention. She wrote about shouting at them, ignoring them, punishing them harshly. She imagined terrible accidents happening to them. The words made Rachel's stomach twist.
Rachel wanted to stop. She wanted to throw the pages away. But curiosity burned inside her. She had to know, how could a mother think such things? At the same time, Rachel becomes closer to Joshua. They talk late at night. They talk about pain and loss. They feel understood by each other. Rachel feels guilty. Vivian is still alive. Vivian is still watching from upstairs.
Strange things begin to happen on the island. Rachel hears sounds at night. She feels like someone is moving in the house. Sometimes Vivian's face looks different. Sometimes Rachel feels Vivian is watching her closely.
The island feels more frightening at night. There is no one else around, no neighbors, no help nearby. Rachel becomes very afraid. She starts to believe Vivian is pretending. She thinks Vivian may not be as weak as she seems. She thinks Vivian could hurt Joshua or Leo. Rachel feels trapped on the island. She does not know what to do. Finally, Rachel makes a very dangerous decision. She goes to Vivian's room. She plans to protect Joshua and Leo. At that moment, Joshua enters the room. He stops Rachel. He is shocked and very angry. Joshua asks Rachel what she is doing. Rachel is scared. She starts to cry. She tells Joshua everything. She tells him about the manuscript. She shows him the pages she found. Joshua reads the manuscript carefully. His hands shake as he reads. He cannot believe what he is reading. After reading, Joshua believes the manuscript is true. Together, Rachel and Joshua make a terrible decision. Vivian dies. Later, Rachel and Joshua decide to leave the island. They want to forget the past. They want to start a new life together. For a very short time, they feel safe. On the same day they leave the island, Rachel finds a book. It is Vivian's diary. In her diary, Vivian writes that the manuscript was a writing exercise. She wanted to practice creating a villain. She writes many times that she loved her children. She writes about the tragic accident that killed her daughters. She says it was terrifying and traumatizing, that the incident always plays on her mind. Rachel does not know what to do. Her hands tremble, her chest feels tight, and the guilt is overwhelming. After a long pause, she makes a decision. She takes the diary and sets it on fire. The pages curl and turn to ash. She watches until nothing is left. She decides she will never tell anyone about it. She will forget that she ever saw it. Then Rachel walks to the dock. Joshua and Leo are waiting for her by the boat. She takes a deep breath and joins them. Joshua smiles gently. Leo waves at her from the boat. Together, they get on the boat. The island fades behind them. They are on their way to a new city, a new life, and a fresh beginning.
Wow, that was really intense, Joy. I did not expect that the manuscript was just a writing exercise.
Yes. Oh my God, Joe. At first, it seemed like Vivian really could be dangerous. You could feel Rachel's fear, the strange noises on the island, and the suspense was very strong.
I liked how the story made you wonder what was real and what was not. It really kept me on edge.
Exactly. And the ending with the diary reveal was a big twist. It changes everything we thought we knew about the story.
It also makes you think about choices and consequences. Rachel acted based on what she believed was true, even if it was only fiction.
Yes, it shows how fear and misunderstanding can change our decisions. It was very emotional too.
I also liked the island setting. It made the story feel isolated and scary.
Agreed. The atmosphere was perfect for a suspenseful story. It gave a lot of tension, especially at night.
Overall, I think this story is a great example for English learners. The language is clear, the sentences are easy to follow, and the story is very exciting.
Absolutely. And now we want to hear from you, our listeners.
Yes, what did you think about the story? Were you surprised by the twist? Did you feel scared like Rachel?
Leave a comment and tell us your thoughts. We would love to read your responses and maybe even talk about them in our next episode.
Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more stories and discussions on Sunbreeze English.
See you next time. Bye.